Because I'm going to explain it more, but does this set of colors and shapes make sense? Okay, perfect. So, this is actually a big square. It's just on an angle. This is the top left. When you're talking about a map, you need to talk about it in relationship to where you enter. So this is where you enter. Now, the map is a big square around you. This is top right. This is bottom right. And this is bottom left. There are 4 directions. There are 4, like, primary directions in the catacombs. It is on this axis that our directions are set. If you look, each one of these directions has a hallway coming off from it. This is a hallway. So orange is going to be hallway indicators, right? This is one hallway. This is one hallway. This is one hallway. And this is one hallway. So let's look at all of the other hallways, right? This is now a hallway. Right? This is a hallway. And this is a hallway. A hallway in the catacombs is made up of 2 lanes that are both running in the same cardinal direction. So this right here is your hallway. This right here is a hallway. Right? This is a hallway. Yeah. This is a hallway. Now let's look at where we hit dead ends in relationship to our hallways. I'm going to indicate in pink my dead ends. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. This whole block is always a dead end. This is a dead end. Coming back up this way, this would be a dead end. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. Is dead ends. Orange is hallway. Green is cardinal. And red is map square. If pinks are dead ends, when going towards the right, left is your dead end. Left is your dead end. When going towards the left, right is your dead end. Right is your dead end. Because I'm going to explain it more, but does this set of colors and shapes make sense? Okay, perfect. When you are running in a right direction, so either towards the top right or towards the bottom right, the left hallway is going to be a dead end the majority of the time. So let's use an example. I'm running up towards the top right in my hallway. If I were to run in the left-hand lane, according to how my character is looking, I would hit a dead end. But if I'm running in the right-hand lane, I won't hit a dead end. Now, I come to this corner right here, and I start to run down towards the bottom right. This one's a little bit weird, but you'll see that this hallway comes to a dead end. In this hallway, even though it has a room in the middle, would continue on without hitting a dead end. Now, this particular tile requires you to run through this door. It's not the best example, but you'll see that this one isn't a dead end, whereas this one is. If I'm running towards the left, so either the bottom left or the top left, the right-hand side will be my dead end. as opposed to the other direction. So one I didn't include here, this is technically a dead end, right? This lane doesn't continue to connect to a thing. Again, this tile is a corner piece. Corner pieces are a little bit different. But the left lane will let me continue running, whereas the right lane hits a wall. If we are running towards the bottom left in this hallway, you'll see that my right lane, again, according to how my character will be facing while running down, this is a dead end, whereas this hallway continues. Now, the best example right here is the exit tile. So this is our exit. The final hallway, which is 2 lanes of a hallway, since I'm running up towards the top left, will have an opening on the left and a dead end on the right. So I would run all the way down this hallway, and I would come to a dead end. That means I have to run all the way back and go down through here. There are a lot of exceptions to all these rules, but the base rule is heading in the left direction, the most left that you can go, will more often lead to an exit or a hallway that doesn't dead end if you're in the left lane. Now let's think about level 2. Level 2 is going to have an entrance. It's going to have hallways going all over. In level 2, you are going to have your waypoint. The rule for the waypoint is that the waypoint, the direction that you leave the waypoint, which is this direction, like this is the waypoint tile, you leave in this direction. This is the direction that you would leave. If I want to find this as fast as possible, my exit is going to be to the right. If we're applying the same logic, which is you're going to hit less dead ends going down towards the left, how do I avoid hitting a bunch of dead ends that don't have either my waypoint or my stairs? You want to try to go down towards the bottom left and take as many left options as possible. So if the game forces you to go up towards the top left, this is probably going to be your exit with your waypoint up here. So even though I'm now going up towards the top, I'm still going towards the left. If I had an option, I would rather keep going down towards the bottom left or to go counterclockwise, because I'm more likely to hit a non-dead end going towards the left and going towards the bottom, so bottom left and bottom right, and I'm more likely to either hit my exit or the waypoint, which will then immediately tell me where to go to find my exit. Coming back to this, what's the fastest way to get through? Well, if you're at the waypoint, try to go towards the right, because if this is your exit tile and you're coming out this way, and you need to go towards the right, which should be this for you all? Nope, that's the left. Okay. If this is my waypoint, and I'm coming out this direction, I want to then go towards a tile that will let me go towards the right. That could be the top right, that could be the bottom right, but I want my shape to look like this from the waypoint. For every other map in the Catacombs, so Catacombs Level 1 and Level 3, they are random. There's no indication one way or the other of how to get to the exit. Now, Leonin asked about making decisions. There's a lot of decisions that you can make in the Catacombs. I think the first thing that you want to do while making decisions in the Catacombs is say 2 things. 1, do I want to kill extra boss packs, or do I just want to get to Andariel as soon as possible? The answer is, I want to kill extra boss packs. You should learn the tiles that have boss packs in them. Is going to be our boss tiles. This right here is a champion pack tile. This one with the hallway that connects here that has a dead end and has these 2 doors will always have a champion pack in it, unless it is close enough to another tile that also spawns a boss pack that spawned it close enough to override the spawning of this boss pack depending on how you approached the tile. I can't give you more information. That's just how the game works. This corner tile is a champ pack tile. If you identify these tiles, you will know what direction that they go in. This tile always exists with a connection point here, and then a hallway going down and a hallway going up. This tile is always the same shape. So it is a corner that is going up towards the top left. It has a champion pack here. It has a door here. It has a dead end door here. It will have an exit, and it has its entrance there. This one will always have a boss in it. This is one with a bunch of like casks in it and fires burning. The more tiles you identify that have high value, the more efficiently you can farm the catacombs when you're going through it, and B, the more tiles that you know your exit isn't. This tile, with this little square in this little rectangle in the middle and these 3 doors, this is always a dead end. So I recommend running through the catacombs and actually thinking, what tile am I looking at, and have I seen it before? And then there's just spatial awareness. Like, see how I drew this big square? Yeah, there's a couple things that poke out of it, but typically everything like has to fit inside of here. So if you've already seen 3 hallway tiles, there's probably not going to be a 4th hallway tile in this direction. You know what I mean? So the moment that you see this, you probably don't have to explore anywhere that keeps going in this direction, because there's not enough space for the tiles to exist there. I'm going to run it slow, and I'll explain to you my thought process. So level 2 either will be something like this, where you have this indent, where you'll have corridors going up and corridors going down. Or it can be lengthwise. It could be that really long hallway where you can either run up towards the top left or down towards the bottom right. I want to run towards the bottom left as much as I can, and I want to be in the left hallway. This is a connector piece. This one will go up. This one will go down, right? This doorway in the middle. I'll be able to get down to this area eventually. I would run down towards the bottom right and try to go and hope that this goes like this, basically. So before we go any further, we already know this tile. We have our door. Exactly. So corner piece, champ pack in the corner, corner room. 100%. So this door is going to lead to a dead end right here. There is our second door inlet, which is a little champ pack room. And if I get to here, we can see that there's something here with color, which is either a fallen with a torch or a glowing champ pack. So that was shaman with a torch. But typically, your champ pack is actually in here. And what do we have? We have champ spiders. Where would you run next? This isn't going to connect to my exit piece. Why? Because this corridor can't be an exit. We know that this is a dead end room right here. This is going to have to connect to either a hallway that continues to go up or goes down towards the bottom right. I don't really want to run in the bottom right direction. This intersection is going to have a freeway that I can run up to in the left. If I run up here, this could be my exit because this would be to the right of a waypoint that was in this direction. Or if I were to run up here, this needs to turn off to the right like 9 times out of 10, which means that straight would be my exit, because that would, if my exit is this way, that would put my waypoint down in this direction. It could go either way. You're already over here. There's nothing wrong running up in this direction. Let's go up that way and make some decisions. We have seen enough to know something about this next tile. So this tile, with a split in the middle, is a hallway connector that will keep going and is not a dead end. There are 2 versions of this little hallway, or I like to think of them as 2 options, or 2 versions of this hallway. I actually might have one. This middle, like negative space section is long and is skinny. That means that this tile is a connection hallway that will continue to go forward. There's another version of this hallway, which I hope we're about to see, where it is much skinnier and it is actually a dead end hallway. So if you got to here and this wall stopped right here, you could turn around immediately. It is always a dead end. The moment that it goes beyond right here, you know that it will at least connect to one more tile. perfect. This is perfect. It is perfect. It's almost ridiculous how perfect this is. This is the exact tile I was talking about.
I need a key.
You'll see that it has the same middle connector, but it has an end piece right here. This will always then have two doorways that let you run around it, and will always be a dead end. What does this tell us? At least one direction in this way doesn't have our exit, and isn't our waypoint. So it is... Well, this is a little rough to say here. Bender might be able to intuit a bit more. But our exit and our waypoint both aren't currently in this direction. So that means that like an exit in this direction is more unlikely. Because it would have to... Our waypoint would have to fit somewhere up here. Which can happen. But I've also already seen this corner. So this would have to like turn up, come over, and come down, which definitely can happen. I haven't seen enough for me to tell you exactly where waypoint and exit is, but we at least know that this direction currently does not have exit or waypoint. What do? I want to keep trying to go down towards the bottom left. I'm going to come up through this hallway, not running on this side because that's going to dead end. This hallway with the two gargoyle traps is another connection hallway. You're going to be able to keep running up. So this is another connection hallway when you have these two. This hallway very typically leads down to a corner champion pack and runs up to somewhere. So we now know something. So we're going for waypoint. We now are seeing something that we should be able to identify. This is the shape of our waypoint. Now, somebody said another champ tile, and you're not wrong at first. So, let's go over. No, you were very close. You were very close. I was kind of cheating a little bit. I knew that this one was like a red herring, so hold on. This doorway in this hallway will have a door that leads to a door. This shape, the moment that we saw this shape, which is the same shape as the champ tile, is at the point where you'd be running, where this is going to be an end tile. And an end tile with this fork is going to be your waypoint or exit. This is what one of the exit tile looks like in Cata 2. It is almost certainly not our exit, because for this to be our exit, our waypoint would have to be in this direction. Now, it could be in this direction, but let's think about what we've already seen. We know this is the middle. We know that we've already seen this hallway, and this is a corner that turns up this way. Like, for this to be our exit, this one would have to be our waypoint. And since I've seen this, that means that this hallway is going to come up and connect to here. So I know that there is going to be a hallway that is going to let me turn to the left after this doorway. I'm going up towards the top right. I know that there are connection pieces here, but again, the left is more likely to be a dead end. Let's run in the left lane just to see. Like I just said, we already know that this has to have a connection piece that goes over here, and I need to have an option that goes over here because this is going to be in the direction of my exit. Basically couldn't be a dead end this time because we need to be able to connect to a tile which will bring me in this direction. Now, since I'm running up towards the top left to go get to what is hopefully my exit, I will run in the left lane, since the right lane will more often be a dead end. Here is my dead end. Here is my exit. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So this is the other orientation that your catacombs can take, which is the long hallway that runs up towards the top left and down towards the bottom right. I run down towards the bottom right on this map because, again, I want to try to get down towards the bottom left because that is less of a chance for me to hit a dead end. There's going to be a wall here. I'm going to have to go through this door at some point. Here's my connection wall. This is a similar intersection like the one that we found on the last level, where I have to go through here and then keep running. We know this tile, and this one isn't a debate, but I'll let people guess at it. We know this tile. This is our champ pack tile, We know that this will have a hallway that will connect to something down here. Hopefully exit. And we know that we won't be able to run up this way to get out. This will dead end because of how this tile has to connect with this type of hallway tile. Also, we've seen some information up here already, and we've seen some information down here already. So just keep that in mind. So we have our champ. Here's our champ ghouls. These ghouls can drop your Tal rune if you're running and you haven't gotten one off of the Countess. Keep that in mind. This one should be the dead end room. We'll go look. This is the dead end room I was talking about before that has a boss pack in it that I would just go up and to the right and hope. We actually saw this, which is a connective hallway with a dead end. This one was coming up. The only way for this to be able to attach to here is if it is this dual hallway with the skinny hallway right here. We're running up towards the top left, but I know that there's a dead end right there. I'm going to run this side. Okay. I want to get back into my left lane. This is a big connector hallway that has the... So this was one of two hallways in my mind. Now that I think about it, it had to be this hallway. So we have the connector. I would run up here. Well, not F yet. Okay. So this is a corner hallway. You're going to have a door here, a door here. This can often be a dead end. And you can often have a boss pack up in this little section right here. This is our corner from before. We've seen this corner in Cata 1. So we know we have to run down. See how this dead ends, but it has a connective door? This hallway is typically going to spawn in this orientation. But I wanted to run through the left hallway because right hallway dead ends because I'm going towards the bottom left. The reason why I didn't do this one is because you have to click 2 doors. Boop, boop, boop. Right now, it's kind of running itself for you. We don't really have an option. We just have to be able to continue, and we know that this wasn't going to be our dead end because this isn't the start of an end tile. Where at this point, I would run down towards the bottom left. I would stop immediately. We see our dead space little section right here. This is our dead end tile with the 3 doors. Let's go check it out. 1, 2, 3 doors. There's our dead end. Now I'm going to run up towards the top left where my exit has to be eventually. Go through my left door to not hit a dead end. Here's my dead end on the right. This is why you don't run in this lane. Stay in the left lane while running up towards the top left. Stay in the left lane. Now, is this actually a boss pack? It wasn't. It's just a break goal. Okay. Double doors. Halfway down the corridor. Straight 3-wall corridor. Double doors. That's always an exit. Here's our Cata 4. Ta-da! Now! You made a joke. Can't wait for Catacombs Level 4. What do we know about Catacombs Level 4? 1. A boss pack can be in the corner of this room. B. 2. 1. Boss pack can be in this room. 2. A boss pack can be in this room. Your boss pack will either be ghouls or tainted. It won't be like a fallen champion pack. It'll be ghouls or tainted. 3, there are 3 fallen pack in here. 1 in this corner, 1 in that corner, and 1 in the far left corner. There's a couple things. 1, you can open this door, and you can close this door. You click near the top of it, it closes the door. If you didn't know you could do that, you can do that. You can also do it with TK, which is a lot smoother. You can close this door. What do we know about this room? 1, in Hell, boss groups can spawn here, and they can spawn up near Andariel. When not in Hell, you can have ghoul packs up here. You will have a fallen shaman pack here. You'll have a fallen shaman pack here. Another one here. And you might have 1 to 2 more in the back. Here's my first fallen shaman pack. Do we have ghouls up here? We do not.
I can't.
Here's my second shaman pack.
I need
And here's my third shaman pack. Up here, you can also have painted. And even if they're not a boss group, you can have a fairly big group of painted up here. So especially on anybody who is like low level and lightning based, those tainted will be immune to lightning. And then you have Andariel. For Andariel cannot see you behind these barrels. She will have to run around to come attack you. You can also pull Andariel down here. For a Blizzard Sorceress, the easiest thing to do is to just cast Blizzard. Have her run through it one direction and then teleport to the other side and have her run back through it. The other thing to notice is antidote potions will give you 50 poison res and overcap you by 10%. So you'll hit 90 poison res if you already have a bunch. They stack for 30 seconds every time you drink one. And that will give you 50 poison res while you're fighting Andariel. Typically for the whole fight. If you drink like 6 of them. If you close the door, monsters cannot follow you, but your mercenary will open doors unless they are a level 2 mercenary. Also, your golems on a necromancer will open the door. Just keep that in mind. Get your dirt, get your heavy gloves, get out of here. So, that is my like 40+ minute description of how to read Catacombs and all the different tile features and how to identify tiles and how to identify objectives and how to consider movement based off of information that you've gained.